Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. Your Excellency Jassim Jaabi, Chairman of ADGM, my dear friend Mohammed Al-Mazouki, CEO of UAE HSBC Middle East, Stephen Moss, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, 大家下午好. Very good afternoon. It's my pleasure to be invited to attend a special event of the Abu Dhabi Financial Week China-UAE Investment Summit. And I would like to thank HSBC, the group and group company, and HSBC UAE for organizing this event. So this financial week is on presidentially ground, with the gathering of global financial elites, including such a big number of the top Chinese investors, which can be called the global high-end investment carnival, and has made Abu Dhabi a new name, the capital of the capital. Congratulations, Excellency. I trust that all the friends present here must be very much concerned about the economic situation in China. What is the prospect of China's economy? What are the opportunities for investment in China? Who will be the next China? I think these questions should be answered through today's China-UAE Investment Summit. It is true that the Chinese economy is indeed facing some substantial challenges due to the changes in international geopolitics and the downward cycle of the global economy. To this end, the Chinese government has taken a series of positive and effective measures to address these challenges. So since the beginning of this year, China's economy has generally operated smoothly, and high-quality development has been steadily promoted. Recently, the Chinese government has introduced a series of fiscal and monetary incremental measures, and the policy results have become increasingly apparent. The positive momentum of the economy has been further consolidated, which once again showcasing that the fundamentals of China's economy have not changed. The favorable considerations such as the sufficient development potential and the broad market have not changed. And the long-term positive trend of the economic development has not changed. The third plenary session of the 20th CPC Central Committee held in July this year proposed a ground blueprint for further deepening reform and promoting Chinese modernization. So by 2029, another 5 years ahead, when China celebrates the 80th anniversary of the founding of the new China, we committed to complete up to 300 important reform measures. This is not only a serious political commitment, but it's also a KPI for every different level of the government officials in China, reflecting China's firm determination to continue to open up to the outside world at a high level. So China's door to opening up will become wider, which will release greater vitality for the market and inject more stability and new momentum in the global economy. Let me share with you a recent case that has attracted the widespread tension in the capital market. In November, just last month, China revised and issued the administrative measures for strategic investments by foreign investors in listed companies, which significantly increased the flexibility of foreign investors' strategic investment and participation in A shares from multiple dimensions, including the first explicit permission to exchange overseas non-listed equity for A-share listed company equity. The addition of the new investment method of tender offer and the reduction of lockup period from the original 3 years now has been cut short to only 12 months. I believe that this is undoubtedly a major benefit for all foreign investors, and I hope you will take the plunge to be the first batch of pioneers. So Excellency Josim, you should lead your team to visit my country as soon as possible to explore more investment opportunities. So China will continue to build a new open economy system with a higher level. Since the beginning of 2024, China has completely abolished restrictions on foreign investment in the manufacturing sector, established a negative list management system for cross-border trade in services nationwide for the first time, and promoted orderly opening up in the fields of telecommunications, internet, education, culture, and medical care to ensure that foreign invested enterprises can make money, make profit, and stay longer in China. So moreover, China actively promotes the 144-hour transit visa exemption policy, and which further facilitates the exchange of personnel between China and the foreign countries. Therefore, travel to China has become the popular trend. China has successively implemented unilateral visa exemption policies for 29 countries, including France, Germany, Japan, Australia, but not yet including UK and Canada. We are looking forward to cover these more countries. So far, China has concluded the visa exemption agreements covering different types of passports with 157 countries and regions. In addition, foreigners can also use the visa exemption policies for transit, cruise ships, and specific areas, such as Hainan Island, to travel to China or conduct business and investment activities. So through the figures I mentioned just now, I want to emphasize that this is a strong resolve and a clear policy of China to continue the policy for opening up to the world. So from a macroeconomic perspective, many friends asking whether China are able to deliver our target for economic growth by 5% this year, whether or not. So my answer is that since China, we have a huge, very high saving rate, and which actually means high saving rates means the huge investment potential. And in addition, China's central fiscal debt ratio is the lowest among the major economies in the world. So there's still a lot of room for fiscal policy stimulus and leaving ample room for achieving the 5% GDP growth target this year. So just yesterday, the political bureau of the Central Committee of the CPC just decided to implement a more active fiscal policy and moderately loose monetary policy, vigorously boost consumption, improve the efficiency of investment, and expand the domestic demand on all fronts. I would like to repeat these latest important decisions made by the Central Committee of Politburo. This will be a very important guidance for next year's China's economic policies. And it also means the opportunities to invest in China. So China's series of major reform measures will effectively promote the continued recovery of the economy, and we are confident that we can achieve this year's economic growth target and continue to play the role of the world's largest engine of economic growth. And I believe next China is still China. So as investors, your vision is sharp and unique. I hope that all friends will further enhance your confidence in the bright prospects of Chinese economy, actively participate in China's reform and opening up and the modernization process, to work with Chinese friends who are hardworking people, and we are very pragmatic. In the meantime, the shared development opportunities, so China welcomes you. So dear friends, so in recent years, the international geopolitics has undergone profound and complex changes. And the global economy is also facing various risks and challenges. But unfortunately, very few countries, I don't want to mention the names, that are promoting the decoupling the economy and building the walls, high walls, to suppress China's development and block the global capital from investing in China's high-tech companies. This retrograde move is doomed to fail. When the West is dark, I think the East is bright. UAE is bright. GCC is bright. Global South is bright. The Middle East Gulf countries represented by UAE have gradually occupied a very important position in investment and cooperation with China. So with its international and global characteristics, the UAE has become a new center of world finance and capital. I would like to mention briefly about China-UAE's economic, trade, and investment cooperations. The UAE now is China's largest non-oil trading partner and has become China's second largest trading partner in the region, the largest investment destination, and the largest source of foreign investment. From January 2024 to September, the three quarters, the bilateral trade volume between China and UAE reached nearly $74.6 billion, a year-on-year increase of 7.2%. The total investment of UAE in China exceeded $590 million. And the investment flow of China to the UAE exceeded $1 billion, accounting for 60% of China's total investment in Arab countries, of which the direct investment in the financial sector reached $440 million. But this is a very small number, I can see. We need to double, triple the size of investment in China. As His Highness the President Sheikh Mohammed has guided, instructed. So we will facilitate you to open our door widely for our friends, for UAE. Meanwhile, China, we are also strengthening the investment, direct investment in UAE in this region. So last month, the $2 billion sovereign bond issued by the Ministry for Finance of China was listed and traded on Nasdaq Dubai, becoming the first Chinese sovereign bond which was roadshowed, priced, and listed in the Middle East, and marking another important step in the financial investment cooperation between China and the UAE. The two sides have cooperated in the fields of oil and gas development, port operations, the park cooperation, clean energy joint investment funds, local currency swaps, financial infrastructures, etc., and promoted the implementation of a number of projects with great significance and demonstration effects. The cooperation between the two sides in new businesses fields such as the low-altitude economy, cross-border e-commerce, and the data centers is flourish. As I know, companies, high-tech companies in China, like the Yihang company, the world's first flying vehicle company that's approved by China Aviation Authority, now is incorporating with Abu Dhabi. So in the future, I think, dear friends, if you landed in Dubai to avoid the traffic, you can use the service. It's the flying taxi from Dubai landed here within 20 minutes. So Chinese people often say that a single flower does not make spring, but 100 flowers in full blossom make spring in a garden. We are thrilled to share the investment opportunities with the UAE and other Middle Eastern countries, as well as our global partners, to achieve the common development. So this year, 2024, coincides with the 40th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic relations between China and the UAE. And it is also a big year for investment in both countries. So in May this year, UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, successfully visited China and reached the important strategic consensus with Chinese President Xi on the establishment of the high-level investment committee between China and the UAE. This is a landmark cooperation in financial and investment field between our two countries. And in September, the Chinese Premier Li Qiang also visited the UAE to attend the China-UAE Business Forum and proposed that China-UAE cooperation should seize the three new opportunities: high-quality joint construction of the Belt and Road, close docking of China-UAE development strategies, and ascendant of science, technology, industry, innovation. So at present, the UAE is leading the Middle East capital to look eastward. And Chinese enterprises are going to the Middle East, which is becoming a trend. The two-way embrace is in the ascendant. So as a global financial giant, HSBC Group is the largest foreign bank, both in China and in UAE. for many years. It has been actively committed to China-UAE economic cooperations and expanding investment and financing services, which has been highly appreciated, welcomed by Chinese and UAE governments and customers. Just in this morning, with the assistance and support of the HSBC, Beijing Financial Street Service Bureau and the Financial Services Regulatory Authority of ADGM signed a memorandum of understanding on cooperation. So this cooperation has further enhanced the two-way exchanges. And I believe that the cooperation between the two sides will be stronger with closer ties in the future. So I hope that the HSBC will continue to play the role of leader and bridge and jointly make the mutual benefit and win-win outcomes before China and the UAE bigger and better. Before conclusion of my remarks, I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate my dear personal friend, Stephen Moss, for your outstanding contributions between HSBC and China. I learned that you are leaving the position by end of the year, but your friendship, your contributions will continue. And I welcome the new CEO from Turkey. I hope that we will keep rendering our assistance like we used to assist Stephen Moss, and I wish you every success at the new assignment. So finally, I wish the China-UAE Investment Summit a completely success. Thank you all. Shukran jazilan.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for sharing your valuable insights with us.